Hey love bugs, this is Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, as always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you've been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please drop a line. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. And if you feel like the videos just give you an uplifting vibe that you truly needed, please go ahead and give a thumbs up and share. Will be greatly appreciated. And happy New Year's to everybody. This is my first set of videos that I'm doing for the new year, so I hope everybody is starting off the new year, you know, in good vibes and all that, you know, and sending so much good love and enlightenment and calmness, whatever you're truly needing. This on the positive form, I'm sending that towards you 10 million times fold. Anybody who's coming in with negative or nefarious vibrations, please, I'm returning back to sender. The video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, the struggle of life can break us, but out of nowhere it can bring beauty through hope. It can. You know, a lot of times we go through different stuff that we really feel like we're not going to be able to overcome. You know, why do we have to go through these things? Why does it always have to be me? Why does things always have to be so rough for me? And it's just like you are really strengthening yourself through those moments of war. You know, everything starts with self. You know, a lot of times it's like, it always feels like it's us against the world, or it's always me against the world, or, you know, I'm going through these things. It's actually war within ourselves, you know. And it'd be like, but how is that possible? It is, because there's a lot of different things that we go through in life. Maybe we're healing from childhood wounds. Maybe we're healing from a lack of love for self, or love for other people, trust issues, childhood trauma, some kind of way possible. And it's all working through self. A lot of us, we have a strike of vibration of information, not a strike of vibration, but information. It comes in that maybe you were doing something positive, or maybe you were doing something very negative. And this is at that time where you can grow from it and be able to learn from that. You never know where that purpose is taking you from. It'll be different things that's taking place into our lives where, you know, we learn so much from it. I know what my situation is like, going through different things. I never knew what narcissism was. I never knew what sadists were, masochists. Well, I've heard of masochists, but sociopaths, psychopaths, you know, trauma bonding, toxic connections. What else? Well, I think I said trauma bonding already, codependency, all these different things I learned about myself. And it was just like, and learn from the connections that I've had with other people. And it really taught me a lot for me to be able to grow from it, heal from it, you know, be able to change myself in drastic ways, you know, because I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe I was toxic towards my children. I can't believe I was toxic towards myself. And I allowed myself to become open and vulnerable towards different things that can be very hazardous for my life, for my health, and all those different things. But when I allowed myself to come transparent for it, you know, and be honest, you know, yeah, I had toxic ways, I had toxic traits, you know, I'm still healing from these different things. You know, there'll be times I catch myself projecting wounds, but I can allow myself to be honest with that. You know, it takes a lot to be honest with yourself where, you know, you screw up, you know, but that's the point in life. We can't allow ourselves to run from failure or run from different things that we feel like we may not be able to win. It's just like, if we do that, how will we ever learn? How will we ever know that when things get hard, it's going to show us is something that I'm really going to work hard for? Because, you know, if it's something worth having, it's not going to always be easy to come towards your way. But it's just at that point where it proves to you, it's not proven to anybody else, but proven to yourself, I have what it takes to really go for what's mine. Or do I believe that I can be able to achieve and overcome certain things that has really been a struggle for me throughout my life? I don't want to live my life that way. You know, I don't want to live myself up under a rock to where I don't allow anybody into my life. You know, I have very big trust issues. And I was just like, shoot, if you know my past and things that I've gone through, what I've talked about, you can understand why I'm like that. But I have to be able to allow myself to be that person where sometimes there are certain people in your life that are worth taking risks for. There's a lot of people into your life where there's certain people that can come into your life, or they're in your life, is worth getting hurt for. You know, these are the different things that's taking place into your life where it's really giving you that vibe. That vibe to really go for it, you know, be that hunger that animal for hunger, to be able to say, I'm thriving, I'm going to survive this, I'm going to overcome this, this is really strengthening me, this is, there are certain things that are protecting me, so I'm going to have to be able to go through that path of life where I have to understand, if this is something that I'm guided to do, you're going to get acknowledgement, you're going to get food for thought, you're going to have all this strength of knowledge that you never were be able to have before, just because you're taking a chance on life, where you're taking a leap of faith, because it's like you're going through different things in life right now, where it's really testing, your faith, your belief within the upper high, the most high, your ancestors, your guides, all these different things, it's testing your patience in every way when things are really just feel like it's just really hitting the fan. You're going through these different things, but you're creating hope, not just for yourself, for others. You're going to be that game changer and that deal breaker, generational breaker too. And when you're going through those things, you think it's going to be a walk in the park. It's not like you're going to be wanting to take time and smell the roses. You be looking at, I'm a woman, so, thank God I don't have those issues anymore. But when you used to look at the tampons commercials and, the Mincy commercials, it's like y'all making it seem like it's so great. We'll be happy to say, okay, it's here. Can you go ahead and leave now? It'll be one of those things where it's showing you like people walking in the park and playing with the animals and stuff like that. No, when it comes to that special time of the month, we want our snacks. We want Netflix and chill with ourselves, or chill with our besties. Some people, back in the day when we were, I had close friends and we were on each other's schedules, so we would get up together and we have movie day and we have all kind of snacks and the food that we like, and then go veg out and go call it a day. And those are the fun days. But now I'm so glad I don't have those problems anymore. I'll be looking at people like, you you can go ahead and have that. But you went through that moment of struggle, even though I think men have their own way of having their own menstruals, because there'll be some of the time of the month where they feel invincible, and there'll be times of the month where they get aggravated too. They just don't have, those type of, they're detoxing in other ways. So, with us, we're going through our, body moments. I ain't going to the TMI because, that can be gross. But you're going through different struggles in your life. You really are. I try to bring some kind of humor to your Heyoka vibe. We do that. Try to bring a little hee in there, because we're all going through something where we're struggling to really get over that. There's something in your life that it could be something that you've held on too tight. Because a lot of times you've been best friends with your trauma. You've been best friends with your pain. You've been best friends with your mishaps, your misfortunes, and now it's just universe's gentle way of telling you deserve to be happy. You deserve to have love. You deserve to have the utmost trust, where you can be around people that are really having good intentions for you. And for you to go through that, you have to go through the journeys of, connecting with people that are toxic, or you connect with people that have narcissistic vibrations, or you're connecting with people with the same kind of issues you do, so you can be able to see what we're projecting towards people, because we're all mirrors. It'll be different things where you're connecting with people, and a lot of times we're on that vibe where we feel like we're having people that we attract that are toxic, so that means we're toxic. No, that doesn't always mean that. It's just saying that there may be things that just in your life that you have that kind heart, and maybe they've been around people that weren't kind to them. There was always somebody who was always trying to manipulate or trying to take from them, or trying to intimidate them in some kind of way. But you were that type of person that was very loving. Even though you may have gone through that, but you had that vibration where you had that gift. And a lot of times we hate that gift, where, why do I always got to attract people that are always out their way to hurt me? You attract a lot of people that are like that. But then you're showing people, even though I go through this, don't make me have to become bitter like you. We have enough people like that. We don't need to add towards that. But being that person where you can bring that love into that person's shell and break that in some kind of way, and you're showing that person, yeah, I've been through this. I tell people all the time, there'll be different times where I have triggered different people, and it wasn't something that, it will be just like we can be those type of people that we are that person's karma, and it'll just come off to that, where you can really see potential in that person, and you can really be encouraging. And for that a lot of times they're not used to somebody coming off in a genuine way that way, but they're used to somebody coming off to where they can have that intention, and end up being something that they're creating a downfall for them. But for you can be that person that's like, I see your struggle. I'm bringing some kind of hope into your life to be able to show you not everybody that's coming into your life is having negative intentions for you, or they have some kind of hidden motive, or projective of where they're trying to project towards you. I really want to see you grow. I really want to see you happy. I want to put encouraging vibes into you because I know that's not something you're used to. And for you being that way is an automatic trigger where somebody's going to already be self-sabotaging and cut you out of their life and blame every negative thing on you that they're going through and put it like you're this, you're that, you're that. And that's not something that you have done. But you were that person that actually, they needed you in that life, but just because they were in that way, you brought something up that they really needed to work on within themselves. And it just so happened you are being that person that they had to bleed on that didn't even cut them. You probably can relate to that. And I've been in those type of ways, and it would be that you were that person's karma, is in saying they could have blocked a blessing, or it could have been that karma that and it could be grown. Well, you can either see karma as a bad way and a good way, but this is a growth of karma. This is showing you, okay, well, I need to work on my trust issues. I have to learn to be able to, what is that word? And it's hard for me to be able to differentiate, tell the difference. Tell the difference between somebody having hidden motives or a person that actually means dear to me, that actually wants to see me grow, and those different things. So we're connecting with different people that we're being mirrors towards that, towards our growth, towards our healing on doing that. So we become that walking you're that walking karma, or you're that walking incantation. You're that whole magic within yourself. You can breathe life into people. You can breathe love into people. But, you be hit in a certain kind of way. You can bring something, opposite of that, and just leave it at that. But, you're going through these different things in life where you're on your path and you don't realize it's like a virus. But this is a good virus. It's just all about how you see it. Universe can bring you like a whole prototype of positivity and say you're on this path. It could be feeling like way I'm seeing a vision of it. It's like the Truman Show. If anybody ever see the Truman Show, it's like you're visualizing your life in different ways. But it is just like the flip to that is you can visualize how your life can be if you allow yourself to change your actions. Change the way you speak to people, change the way you speak to yourself. How do you see the world? How do you deal with people? Are you allowing yourself to be a floaty, where you're just allowing anybody and everybody into your life? And every energy is not good energy for you. When you're in that healing vibe, you can't be welcoming all energy types in your life. You have to be able to be very top tier with your intuition, your intuitive, your gut. Is this person, you'll meet people people will come in with different disguises, different masks, and it's coming in. You'll know, a lot of times you'll know, and it'll be just like, I don't want to give that away because I know there's a lot of different people watch me, but go with your gut. And that's what I'll say, go with your gut. And you'll know, because I've had to deal with a lot of different people that way in my life, and it was just like there was sometimes I left myself all open, and I end up paying for it. And then it was just different time where I've gone through it so much of leaving myself all open, when somebody came back into my life that had those same kind of energies, but it was a different face. A lot of times you're dealing with different demons. It's just different entities that they're coming in, and they'll come in like that, and then it'll be just like, it'll remind you of a certain situation, and it'll be something from a learning experience that you can really appreciate. And it's just like, even it gets to that point where it'll get to that point where you've dealt with so many bad situations, and a lot of times they'll make you feel like, this is all I attract. But no, these are your learning experience. If you never went through that, you would never know what to look for. You would never know what to, put on your symptoms. This is a symptom of, or the signs that you need to watch for when it comes to dark people. Or these are the different situations that I have to learn from. when it comes to people that may be intimidated or place fear of what they fear is placing their fear on me. You're going through these different things of you're bringing a sign of hope for yourself when, like with me and my platform, I tell the different things that I've gone through, the different things that I've seen, the different things that, has affected me, but also different things that's really helped me heal in different ways. And those are the different things like, dang, I've gone through that too. There's a lot of people who listen to you and be like, dang, their life sounds so much like mine, and you're going through that, and you're just showing that person it's not easy to heal. It's not easy to face your fears. It's not easy for you to be able to forgive, certain things that intentionally went to go hurt you and destroy you. But those are the different things that you really needed into your life to bring some kind of structure, bring some kind of strength that you can really build on. And those are the things that's really encouraging you to become better. That's where the line of hope comes in, because you're seeing how bad your life was at one point in time. But you are that Truman Show. You seen if I would have kept going down this road, where it could have took me. It'll be different times in life where, I've lost so many friends. There are so many friends that I've lost from the different things. I told people I used to be addicted to opiates, especially where I was living at. There's so many people I can call back and ask, hey, so-and-so, how they're doing. And then next, I had to find out that I've lost friends from overdosing, or they found them sleeping, they took the wrong thing, or, nowadays, like, you can't even, trust the marijuana you're smoking. There's so many people putting fentanyl in every single thing that is known to man, where they know people would get addicted off of it. I don't understand why people put it in there, but they do. And these are the different things that happened to where I was so glad that, I could have been that person if I didn't stop. There's different people that really I love dear that, lost their lives to overdose. So it was just at my point in life where I had to really go cold turkey. Sometimes people are like, how were you able to do it? It's like where I live at in Georgia, you have to go through different stages. They'll take you to psychiatrists, pain management, and all these different things. It's like you can have a finger hanging. You can go to the doctor and get it done. They'll give you Motrin. What the heck am I going to do with Motrin? We don't give painkillers here. And I'm really like, whoa. You probably have to go through a very extensive surgery or whatever for you to actually be able to have some kind of strong medication to really be able to, that they'll actually hand it to you. But where I was in the Midwest, it was so easy to get to it. Either if you weren't getting it out on the street, you can easily go to a doctor and play woe is me, little crocodile tears, and next thing you can have it. And it was just those different things where it showed me this could have been my life if I didn't straighten up. It would be different times where I've seen how I would get upset because I couldn't have access to certain things. And it would, now then I was just, when I went through those moments of healing, I started seeing why though that rejection was for my protection. So it was something that I really had to be able to be grateful for. So that'll be that vibe. But then when you can show where, okay, I went through something that was very messed up in my life, very, very just traumatizing, and it really shook me to the core to where I had to get my life straight. And there's so many different people are out there that has been on some harsh drugs, or they really went through some extensive abuse in all forms, probably every single one of them, and they become ambassadors, they become advocates, they've been supporters, counselors and stuff like that. A lot of times we don't realize those are the main exact reasons that we had to go through something like that, to be able to help other people overcome those things. Because there's a lot of times when you have gone through different things in your life, and it could have really made you box into yourself to where you didn't want nobody into your life. And they'll always tell you, even your higher self, as well as God, or your guys, this is no way to live. This is no way to live. You deserve to be at peace. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be around people that really genuinely care. Life won't always be that way, but there are sometimes you have to go on your journey alone for itself, and you create this hope within yourself, because it allows you, to break free of that. Because a lot of times when we've gone through different things, it was more safe to cut yourself off from the world, because that means it never leaves you in that vibe of getting hurt again. I've been there. You know, I cut myself off from the world because all the things that I've gone through was hard to trust anybody. Because if you felt any kind of way you have conflicted towards different things where it made me look sideways at you, you were cut off. You're like, Dad, you need to know. And you'll understand why I was like that. If I get silence around you, all of a sudden I used to talk, you will understand why I value my silence. You know, and I had to really be that way. It's like my trauma that I really connected with in every form has taught me a lot about myself, a lot of things that I needed to change, a lot of things I had to heal, a lot of things I had to forgive, you know, and I'll work on those every single day. And that creates hope for yourself. You know, struggle is breaking you away from things that we were taught to fear. What we learned, everything was a learning experience. Everything was built off of what we've been exposed to, what we were taught to say, what we were taught to stay away from, what was taught to be feared of. And these are the different things where it's breaking you away, where you were your person. It's like you went through life and you were taught a certain way. Now it's time to unlearn those things. Now it's time to teach yourself. You know, a lot of times they put us in a category where you have to be a certain, you know, you have to live in a certain neighborhood, you have to have a certain, you know, amount of money in the bank, or you have to have a certain job, or you have to be a religion, or, you know, a certain ethnicity or race or whatever to be able to be all the way up here. And there's so many different people from different walks of life, from different genders, whatever sexual preference they have, to be able to show you I put my all into it. I've gone through diversity. I've gone through adversity. I've gone through different things that's, you know, constantly put me in setbacks. But I proved to myself. I didn't prove to anybody else. I proved to myself. I can be able to conquer anything I put my mind to. It's all about mindset. Everything that we're going through at any point in life is all based off of mindset. And we work on that every day. You know when you're giving yourself excuses. You know when you're lying to yourself. You know when you are just putting a fear-based vibration onto you. Or you just know when you're just not trying. You know, you can lie to everybody, but the worst thing you can do is lie to yourself. You know, that's what you're like, oh, I'm fine. And knowing good and well you breaking it's taking everything you have to hold yourself together. It's like even Gorilla Glue couldn't even hold together all the things that is falling apart from your life. And usually if it's falling apart, it's for a reason, for something else to be built up to come back together. But through that struggle, you know, in life, is really building hope through you. You just don't know. And I tell people this a lot. You don't know what your experience is to inspire somebody. You're being an inspiration to inspire somebody else. You never know what you're going through to be able to tell somebody your situation that so many people can resonate with, that some people need to hear. And I always tell people, just like it's with myself, never be scared of speaking your truth. You know, somebody calls you crazy, allow that. That's a compliment. You know, before they used to hurt me, and it was just like, I'm not crazy. I'm a very sound mind. I can get that way. And I'll tell people real quick, I can get that way real quick. That's not even a side I like to see. But crazy is something that people don't come across when it comes to you. When you know, especially when you speak in truth, there's a lot of people that are comfortable with being asleep, but you were chosen to be woke. And if somebody calls you a freak, or you're crazy, you know, or you're delusional, it's because you bold enough to actually speak in truth and not worry about what the next person is saying or how that next person is thinking when it comes to you, because you were sent to say that. Allow them to say that. That's a compliment. You know, don't worry about other things that people are saying there about you. What you know with yourself, you know your truth. Other people know your truth, but you keep speaking in your truth. You keep walking into that. That's going to stir up something within others to be able to walk in theirs. You know, don't fear, you know, what other people say. Don't fear of other people's opinions, because they're not living your life. They don't have to deal with the things that you within yourself have to deal with. That's you. All it is how you see yourself and how you feel about going about it. And that creates hope. You don't know how that can be something that can go very viral with a lot of people, where we can finally allow ourselves to think for ourselves. Not worrying about, am I going to... Only thing is like you're basing a decision off, this is going to be a setback, or this going to be a hellified comeback? Is this going to be a failure? And even if it's a failure, doesn't mean I can't brush myself back up and try again. It made me think about my girl Leah, and happy belated birthday, because her birthday was yesterday. Well, actually, I think it was the day before yesterday. I can't remember. But yeah, it was 2 days ago. So happy belated birthday. I didn't get a chance to make a video on her birthday, but I love you anyway. But yeah, you're trying again. You know, a lot of times you got to go 1,000 times. And it's just like when you have to go those many times, it's just showing you're always redefining yourself in a different way. You know, and it can be annoying. It can be annoying as hell. You know, you're going through that. But you're always finding a whole new self of yourself that you did not know. You know, you're finding out certain things within yourself that you needed to be able to see. And going through those different things, you're finding out about self that, wow, I did not know I had that in me. And that's why a lot of times they tell you, don't give up. Because you're restoring something within your life. You're not learning that, you're remembering it. You know, we're all walking gods with amnesia. If we came here and we had all the tools that we started here with, what would we learn? What would we learn? We have like 1 million gifts, 1 million and some gifts that it had to come out in sporadic. You know, it had to come out in you know, in different vibrations, different moments. It couldn't come all of it like that. In human form, shoot, it probably couldn't spontaneously combust. We couldn't deal with that. So when we came here, universe had to wipe everything clean. It's like, oh, this would be a treat. Oh, you know, yeah, I signed myself up for that. And then now you be ready to kick yourself in the arse because you did that. Like, why did I sign myself up for that? Because at that time, you already knew. You knew what it took. You knew what it was going to be to overcome things, to forgive things, to be able to walk in your truth, being a strong, sound mind. You know, everything that goes against it, distracts, to make you depleted, defeated, and all that was an illusion in the first place. So if we knew all that, what would we learn? What would we know our strength was? What would we know our force was? Because you are a fierce force to be messing with. It's just a lot of times we have to go through those different things and struggle for us to be able to know that. You know, you're going through different things where you're knowing your power in every shape, form, or fashion. And it's just at that point where nobody can't tell you different. When you start standing on your own and you put love in yourself, there's nothing that nobody can say or do to disrupt that. And we're going through that every day where somebody says that, oh, that's how you feel about yourself. That's not how you feel about me. Even though you directed that towards me, that's how you feel about yourself. Or those different things, somebody may breathe fear of doubt or fear into all your dreams, or they may even tell you your dreams are too big to even come true. When you already know, when you're sure about yourself and you in that solid foundation with yourself, is nothing too big that you can't create with yourself. Even if you don't have a dime to your name, if there's something that God and universe instilled into your mind that this can happen, it can happen. But it just has to be within your force, your full force and your willpower to be able to create that. It's always coming from us first. So I hope you are able to resonate with that. I forgot in the other video to do it. Like I said, it's been like almost close to a month that I ain't do anything, and I picked these 5 cards. And you know, universe wants me to start doing these. You know, it's combining my tarot card readings, because I used to love doing those, but it's like I want to do a 2-in-1 special to be able to do that. To be able to do stuff different, you know, because there's a lot of people that do tarot card readings out of here. A lot of people that do, you know, mentees, you know, vlogging. You know, you're being a mentor towards somebody, even a mentor towards self. You're being a mentor for a lot of other people to be mentors towards others as well. So I want to be able to do mine different. Okay, if you pick this card, is like ideas and inspirations. Like I said, you know, we're at they did the cutoff today. What ends today is the retrograde. So there's a lot of downloads and stuff that's coming in. They're always telling you to journal, even your dreams. Keep writing your dreams down, no matter how crazy and stupid it may sound. Even if you don't remember the whole dream, there's different things that's coming in that is a message. If you remember that, because a lot of people, we wake up, it's like, I don't remember my dream. You know, they always say keep a journal by your bed. So, you know, even if you're writing down what it is, it's like, okay, I had ice cream. You know, they were like, okay, what kind of ice cream? Where were you at? How were you feeling when you got this ice cream? Was anybody there? You know, different things they're telling you to ask yourself. So it's all things that's coming into your vibrations, even new things they're telling you to write down for, you know, your goals of manifestation. You writing them down, it's a goal. When you're putting in the step-by-step how to do it, you know, you're creating something to place into reality on how you're going to do that. And inspiration, like I said, you don't know how you can be an inspiration to inspire other people. I always tell people, walk in your truth, no matter how it may offend somebody. If you know you're not offending nobody, but you're speaking your truth, you're already going to know is always, when it's going to challenge somebody, it's always going to be offensive to somebody. So, being your inspiration. Okay, you have guardian angels. The second one is well, let me go ahead and put that on, put there. Okay, and your guardian angels, because all these cards that I picked, and this is clear for my energy, so mine is not wrapping up in anybody else's, is guardian angel. You have all your guardian angels that are helping you. You may feel like you're by yourself, things are just really hitting the fan for you right now, and it's really guiding you towards better. Because if you look right there, you see the little girl right there with her, her hands on her face. She's going through a lot of dread. She's gone through a lot of defeat and depletion and stuff like that. So you're going through those different things, and it's a guardian angel that's watching over them. And I forgot about that when you're looking at that. And it's just like, even when you see this, you see that woman right there, and you see somebody that's right here, and they have angel wings, and for that, they're the ones who's giving you that idea and inspiration. So dang, I didn't think about that. Dang, well, hold up. Okay, this is crazy. Okay, trust. And see, angel wings is coming up again. Trust, trust into your power, trust into your intuition, different things is giving you ideas and inspirations to go through. Trust that everything that you're making a decision for is going to open up something else. So, whatever decision you're going through, just take a breather. You don't have to take like an hour or two to be able to decide everything you're going through. This is something that's really telling you to trust your gut, trust your trust your intuition. So it's telling you to trust within yourself, because right now we're all going through a thing where it's really trusting yourself, really moving in your force of confidence within yourself, believing in yourself more than you ever believed before. So if you pick number 3. Number 4, surrender and release. Once again, angel wings. Notice that angel wings, surrender and release, surrendering and releasing things that is no longer serving you. You know what you want in life, what you're trying to manifest, and they're telling you, you put it out there, the universe knows what you're doing. And it's just like when we release that we're allowing universe to do the work. Whatever is going on, they're going to lead us in different ways, making different choices in different situations. And it's hard at times because that's where it's really trusting your confidence within yourself, as well as the universe, as well as in your faith as well within yourself, as well as the universe. And listening. And if you look at it again, there's angel wings. All of these ones is having to do with your angels, your guides. And I just noticed that is so crazy, because if you look at it, angel wings, angel, even when you're and this person's right there and they're just looking, not really understanding what's going on, and then you're dealing with that one with trust. Is your guides, your angels. And a lot of times when you're seeing the release, the surrender and release, a lot of your archangels, Gabriel, Michael, Raphael, Uriel, all those is coming in. It's like listening. And all these goes together. It's just like your ideas and inspirations is coming from your guardian angels. Trust that they're leading you towards that right path. Trust that they're giving you the right direction to be able to take forth of what's really truly doing that. And when you're on that path, you're trusting within them that they're helping you surrender and release towards anything that's in your life that is no longer needed. And then when you're listening, it's going to guide you to exactly where you're supposed to be. So I hope those cards were able to help you. I always tell people, hey, pick a card, and there's like 6 or 7 or anything like that. And that's your goal for today, or even your goal for the week. If you have tarot cards and you like messing with them, they always say the tarot trick guide is usually pick one for the day. It's like, what do I need to focus on? What do I need to learn? Maybe it could be body care. You need to take care of yourself. You have to eat better. Watch how you eat, how much you eat. Your sugar intake, your calorie intake. Or it could be something about self-acceptance, being able to accept yourself. You're perfect is just how you are. Anything that you're changing it for yourself, not for other people. Children. maybe you're working on trying to have children or whatever, and then it's like the card can come up. It can mean many sources, even if you have the book. But I believe in the book, but I also believe certain past that. It could be you being in the innocence of a child, or you're working on your inner child, or you're working on having children, trust in the universe. If it's going to happen for you, it's going to happen, whether it's going to be through natural or, IVF or surrogate or even adoption, all those different things. So it's just like always, clear your mind and think positive thoughts before you draw the card. So I hope you are able to resonate with that. This video, I love being able to do my videos. Like I said, it's just like a spiritual diary for me. It's just like me being able to tell my experience and being able to tell the visions and the views that I get from it, just not to help myself but help other people as well. So like I said, I always leave my contact information in the description box below. It's all about spiritual networking, being able to help you understand your deeper purpose in life, why certain things unfolded the way it is and where it could be taking you. And I love the fact that I can be able to interact with people that I help do that as well. It's like all a student teacher situation experience, because there's a lot of things that you may have overcome and conquered that I may be still struggling with. And it's just like we're all supposed to meet in that way, and it'll be vice versa, helping each other heal. Like I said, there's so many people in the world is trying to create friction and diversity and adversity and tearing people down. This is at the time we all need to heal and overcome these things and help each other, support each other in healing the way we really need to. The world really needs that right now. So just be able to help out the way it is. You can get in touch with me by DMing me or email. Whatever we speak on is confidential, and I help out the best way I can. Also on my community section, I've been sharing my podcast from Spotify as well. There's a lot of them. If you look at the timestamp, I don't know if they have timestamps on it. It's probably from yesteryear, year or two ago. But it'll be a lot of the ones that I haven't had. I have new ones coming out, but I also have different ones that I was guided to share that I haven't shared with yet. So if you've been, I know there's a lot of people that are subscribed to me. They actually listen to those on Spotify, and I really appreciate your support over there too. I never thought I was going to do podcasting. I had a friend of mine, I saw her as a niece of mine, and she was just like, she really did that, and I was like, wow, that's interesting. I never thought I would do it, and next thing I was guided to do that, and I really love it. I really love it. Anybody who's interested in that will really love to do it. Anchor app is the best. It's not even, you don't have to download all those extra programs and RSS feeds and stuff like that. It's just that one app, and it's very it is very easy to be able to use. But what else? What I was saying. But yeah, I'm gonna start putting that back on my community section. I haven't did that for a few weeks. I'm trying to remember the last time I did, but I'm gonna start back sharing those again, and hopefully you'll find something good that you can be able to find that you may need at that time. And I also have the Cash App if you ever feel generous enough to drop a donation. And also thank you to anybody who has donated to me in the past. I really truly appreciate that as well. And much love to you. We're all going through different things right now, so please make sure you even through social distancing, please make sure you give out love, light, positivity, word, vibes, frequencies. You never know, all those things can really take somebody a long way, and just because you're doing that with positive intentions as well as positive motives, it's going to take you even further. So much love to you. Please be responsible and safe for every single thing you do. Bless you throughout this week, throughout your days, your minutes, your hours, whatever. Much love. God bless. Namaste. Shalom. I say. And peace.